I want to bring in Asif Bamla, political analyst, into this conversation. Asif Bamla, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Operation Lotus 2.0 Maharashtra. Do you think it's going to work this time?
You see, the biggest operation happened ever was the biggest operation that ever happened was when the BJP was the single largest party when it fought an election with the Shiv Sena, when it fought an election. Am I audible?
Sir, you're audible. Just reduce, yeah, sir, reduce our volume down. Reduce our volume down. You'll be able to hear us.
Reduce the volume. Okay. The biggest ever operation happened was when BJP was elected as the single largest party with an alliance with the Sena, and it was the Sena who happened to go along with this Maha Vikas Aghadi, and there was a certain old school of thought who were followers and who came from the late Balasaheb Thackeray's school of thought, who did not want this alliance to happen. So the disgruntledness has not been now. It has been a decade old from this, ever since the time this Maha Vikas Aghadi has formed, and it is they who backstabbed and they formed an independent alliance of sorts where it was when it was the BJP who got the maximum seats. But anyways, coming back to here, we have seen not only this in the past two elections that happened even in the state. It is the Shiv Sena who should have got the signals. If you see, the BJP won the 5th seat in the council seats with 133 votes. In the Rajya Sabha, it bagged 123 votes. So the mandate of the independents, or even the MLAs from their own party, if they willingly have decided, because they themselves have complaints that they don't get a chance to meet the chief minister, they don't get a way to put their schemes forward. They're never reciprocated with. So it is their internal problem. It is more the Shiv Sena who has to put his house in order. And then Eknath Shinde is from the Sena. It is them. Why are they blaming the BJP? Today they said that they have hijacked Eknath Shinde and he's been taken to Surat. It's none of that. Eknath Shinde is in Surat, and it's their own party senior leaders who went them, met them for 2 hours, had a discussion. So this blame falls flat on their face. I don't see why they're blaming the BJP. And are Eknath Shinde and the other MLAs, what are they? Are they kids, or they're so immature that they can be taken there by themselves? They have gone by themselves, and it's their own mind. Let's just take a call. If you see, they have not been able to elect a Vidhan Sabha Adhyaksh till now. The assembly is not able or in a position to.
Let's move a step further, and I'll bring in Rahul Srivastava, who's joining us right now. Right, sir. I want to bring in Rahul Srivastava, our National Affairs editor, who's patiently hearing it all out. So, sir, 1 minute, sir. Just want to bring in Rahul Srivastava. Rahul Srivastava, we were talking about things earlier. Do you see this go the Karnataka way? How do you see it pan out? And ultimately, this is also somewhere down the line a verdict on Uddhav Thackeray's form of governance and as a leader of Shiv Sena. Like, till you didn't know what went down. 1 a.m. in the night, Eknath Shinde with his armful of MLAs disappears. You have no idea.
I think, Preeti, this is real politics. This is the worry among a lot of Shiv Sena MLAs right since the time in November 2019 when the MVA government was formed. The two parties, the Shiv Sena and the BJP, have an umbilical relationship since the times of Balasaheb Thackeray. It was one of the oldest alliances of the BJP. Balasaheb Thackeray was more strident in his Hindutva. There was that Hindutva cake, which eventually the BJP started eating. There was a time I've seen, Preeti, in Maharashtra, when there was no BJP janda visible. It was all Shiv Sena, and Shiv Sena, Balasaheb Thackeray used to lead the party despite having an Atal Bihari Vajpayee and L.K. Advani at the BJP's helm of affairs. The fact is that the BJP became the dominant player and claimant to the Hindutva cake and became a dominant party, and the Shiv Sena had to play second fiddle. That's one fact pushed Uddhav Thackeray out of the BJP fold and go in for an MVA. Now, if you remove all the details which we have got, I think the most telling statement has come from Mr. Shinde when he tells Mr. Uddhav Thackeray, let's go back to the BJP. That is the real politics, and that is the battle. It's a battle of nerves, because once he makes this demand, Uddhav Thackeray either accepts it or rejects it. Now, if he rejects it, then comes the next phase. But Uddhav Thackeray has to make a choice. Is he ready to play second fiddle to Devendra Fadnavis? Because if this happens, if the Shiv Sena does go back to the BJP, eventually it will have to accept Devendra Fadnavis' leadership, who's this time around not wielding the knife, stabbing anybody, trying to break a government. It is the Shiv Sena itself. And that is why I think the real act will follow once Shiv Sena makes it clear.
But Rahul, also the sheer reason that the first time around the alliance didn't quite, the alliance broke up was because of the power sharing with Devendra Fadnavis.
Yes, that's exactly the problem. He doesn't want to play second fiddle anymore. So either he plays second fiddle or he accepts something that Mr. Shinde wants. I think that will be a very difficult choice for Mr. Uddhav Thackeray. He has lost a lot of MLAs. His style of functioning is a problem. There is a dynastic tilt in the government or the party which a lot of MLAs are uncomfortable with. There is a coterie which Eknath Shinde and his cabal is saying is running the government and the party, and they are feeling uncomfortable about it. I think the BJP this time around has played its cards very well.